Hey everyone, this is your boy Armored with a small coverage of last island raid. So, normally I do not make such videos and I try to strike a balance between my posts. Having said this, I saw too many comments and posts from players and those not part of this island, which go way beyond what happened. Apparently, to everyone ROK was limited to a side of the map, which is contrary to what happened. Island raid server G1 was won by BOON. This is pretty much known to everyone. What people may not know is, BOON was a combination of 3 alliances. BOON DHX SSI. Each of these 3 alliances are a powerhouse on their own. There are very few alliances that can actually compete with either of the 3 in whichever server they are on. Which speaks to the tremendous powerhouses each of these alliances has. So, not all only it was BOON who were a combination of 3 alliances, but they were well backed by 2 other alliances, 59E and Mad H, who were also on their side of the map. Even against all odds and going up against such a combination, ROK easily pushed all the way up to Village 8. During which they were amply delayed by 59E. In my opinion 59E were the real MVP as they constantly threatened to cut off the tower tail. And just in general being a nuisance throughout the island raid. This was something which ROK lacked throughout the week. Now, some people brought up the argument, the week prior to this island raid, during Archipelago raid, HNB and ROK had joined forces. So, funnily enough, while they joined forces, ROK won their server in Archipelago raid and HNB were victorious in their server as well. Which begs the question, how did DHX SSI fared without their star players and mega stars? For that matter, even BOON without these players joining up with them in Island Raid, let's see how they fared in their last Archipelago raid. We start off with SSI who were in G2. Here you can see the end state only. But there are a couple of videos posted by some other creators which showed how much of a beatdown it was from HNB. SSI players left their alliance to join BOON. But here they have left their own players to their own fate. In the following video you will see this recurring theme. Most of the players, I am clicking and showing their info, were the ones who had joined up with BOON. We head to G4 now. Here DHX were up against UOD and ILA. DHX seemed to have recovered on the last day or were given this space, I am sure. What I am sure about is them being limited to Village 6 for much of the island raid. The big guns, the mean machines of DHX went to BOON and left their own members to their fate as well. If we talk about the player ranking during Island Raid, they are not even close. ROK dominated the rankings, but obviously a singular alliance has limited number of individuals for garrison and rally led. Similarly, having multiple whales opened the areas for BOON and 59E to refill rallies and garrison, much better in comparison. We take a look at BOON during AR before the IR and without having whales joining them. While they were up against HNB and UOD, they didn't even come out of Zone 1 in their AR. In comparison, ROK was fighting and pushing up even to the last day of AR. So, what is better? To give up without even trying or go down while fighting, having a warrior mentality? Giving your best, fighting against all odds and with backs to the wall. Not to take away anything from anyone. These are the top alliances and players that keep the game moving forward, in my opinion. Everyone has good days followed by bad days, every now and then. Keeping spirit of the game alive should be the focus. We had some great MSGs shared by players at culmination of the island raid. And this is how the game should be kept. I only have one question to ask. If HNB and ROK were to join forces today in any IR or AR, who could go up against them?